day 95. So I'm wearing a white shirt actually today, which is ironic because I'm not holographic like I was yesterday. Um, but I continue to keep up with my workouts, which has been really good. I continue to. I would say yesterday I struggled with eating. I really wanted to put a bunch of sugar in my face, and wasn't super helpful. I didn't go nuts with it, but I definitely can see myself slacking off with this goal, and it's not good. I mean, I know what's happening, and it's very common for us humans. And so, I guess side note first of all, I've watched back my interview with Dave, episode, I don't know, 90, I don't know, one, I think it was. And I cannot believe how poorly I speak. I talk so fast, I can barely understand myself. And I know what I was saying, I know what I was thinking. And I'm mumbling, I'm not enunciating, I'm I don't know. It's I've had this problem my whole life, and I'm pretty frustrated that I continue to have it. So I need to work on it. I don't know how to do that, but I'm going to try. I also hate that I was like looking down the whole video, so I'm going to try to maneuver my camera to be differently. But yeah, the most glaring thing was like I literally can't talk. I and I don't know. I don't know why I do that. I can't help it. Like if I never watched myself on tape, that's what I would sound like. That's who I would be. And I that's who I am. That's who baseline I call myself baseline Brian. That's who I was born to do that. And I feel like it's almost like, I don't know, like a weird stutter or something. I mean, no offense to anybody that has a real problem, but I involuntarily can't, first of all, articulate my thoughts. Second of all, say them in a way that anyone with ears can understand. And I literally put so many. I was watching the timer. I was saying entire paragraphs in like 3 seconds. And no one can keep up with that. No one wants to. Like it was painful for me to watch me. And that's like the hardest part is I hate that about myself. I want to kill that part of me. I want that to be dead and gone. I don't want to pass that to my kids. So, I just talked to Dave. I gave him some homework to watch that episode back and see what he thinks, and maybe watch some other videos of mine and see what he thinks. And it's I would hope he comes with that feedback, because that is the truth. That it is painful to hear me talk, especially when I'm excited. Especially when I'm excited. I need to like go see a speech therapist or something. I This is pretty awful. And the hard part is I can filter it, so I can talk more slowly when I'm noticing it or I know I'm doing it. But it's my baseline. So it's when I'm the most fun, excited, myself, filterless. You can't understand me. And that's such a frustrating problem, because I've been working so hard in therapy to like reduce my filter on life and like not be so worried about being judged and not be so scared to say the wrong thing to somebody, that a lot of growth for me has been to just be filterless and be myself and not be so worried that I'm hurting somebody when I'm being myself. But also I almost can't hurt people, because they can't even understand me. Like it's like such a weird, awful problem that I don't know. I guess I gotta keep mindful of, and I'm almost laughing at myself. Like I like to pretend or think that I'm this like smart person, and it doesn't even matter if I am or not because no one understands me when I'm being smart or trying to be smart. Like I, that's so frustrating. I'm almost like speechless because I don't want to sound inarticulate anymore. I almost don't want to say anything because it's so frustrating to me that my baseline is so inarticulate and is so mumbly and fast speaking and so hard to comprehend. I even talked to my wife about this and I was like, how do you talk to me? Like, how do I not frustrate the crap out of you? Like, do I mumble all the time? She's like, yeah, you do, whatever. And obviously she wouldn't marry me if it was like a turnoff for her, I guess, but like it's still like I don't know, not something I enjoy. I need to watch more recordings of myself. I mean, not to like just be mean to me, but like to just understand what I'm putting out into the world because obviously what I think I'm putting out is so different, you know. So I don't know. That's where I'll leave that. But it's been on my mind for like 2 or 3 days straight now. After seeing that, I watched it a little bit on Friday, and I think I've had dreams about it for the past few days, and it's always been a problem of mine. But it's one of those problems that like you think you figured out or you got better at, and then you see that you clearly didn't. Like it's not like gaining or losing weight. It's not like it's hard for me because it's something that happens in every moment, and I need to be very mindful of every moment to avoid it. And I mean, I guess I don't know. I really feel bad if this is like totally mean. It's not the point, but like the only thing I could think of comparing it to is like a stutter. And but I would even argue like when you're stuttering. Like I don't know. I don't realize I'm mumbling until someone says what, and I don't realize I'm not making any sense until someone just kind of looks at me like this, and then I feel stupid, but I don't actually know what's happening, and so I put people in uncomfortable situations all the time to decide if it's worth telling me they didn't understand every time, and cause that friction. I'm creating friction by being inarticulate and fast talking, and I'm sure I'm being way too hard on myself right now, but I think I also need to hear it like that. That um, I'm I do not communicate effectively, especially when I'm trying not to or not worried about it. And even when I am, I'm still pretty not pretty below average. So I'll have to. The thing I need to always come back to is what is the point of talking? Is it to be heard or not? And if it's to be heard, I need to talk in a way that I can be heard because my baseline is not heard. And that's really hard because it's not something I could just turn on and off for 5 minutes on a YouTube video. It's like my actual life, like it's my actual, like, I'm sure I can like get a persona and work on that, but the whole point of this is to not pass that off to my kids. You know, I don't want my kids to be mumblers. I don't know where I acquired mumbling or talking so fast no one can hear me. I think it's like a weird my tongue's too big thing. I don't know. It's always been my joke of why I sound like this. I know I have a big tongue, and but jokes aside, it's not funny. Like I'm not being heard by people I want to be heard by. So I'm gonna not beat myself up anymore today about this, but it's on my mind. That's all I'm trying to communicate. If I'm being heard right now, is I continue to be surprised by how the world sees me, because I have no idea how the world sees me. It's crazy. So, rant over with that. I'm done with that. But I didn't do my workout yet. I'm about to go do it, but I was really proud of myself to like pull away for a few minutes and see I'm talking fast again now that I'm not realizing I need to. Ugh, jeez. I will go work out right now to get that over with. And honestly, I'm enjoying the workouts. I feel like it's like check the box. I love checking things off to-do lists. And so far, going from 0 to 90 very slowly has been helpful, because if I had a 30-minute workout, I wouldn't check it off the list. It'd be too too hard to just do every day. But like, I think at this point, my workout is about 4 minutes, and that's a lot of workout for 4 minutes. I'm like, my heart's racing. I'm huffing and puffing for a good like 4 or 5 minutes afterwards too, and I'm getting a lot of benefit out of it. I'm getting some pecs. I'm getting some abs. I'm getting some biceps. We'll see how my legs hold up at hockey on Tuesday. But I'm excited to start hockey again. So sorry, that was the side note. Let me end the side note. So the very beginning, I was saying that I'm getting away from my goals of eating, and I think it's part of human psychology of why I'm doing this. I think it's the people call it something called moral licensing, and it is the idea that if you do something good in one part of your life, that you're allowed to do something bad in another part of your life. And what happens often with this is people choose to recycle their cans in order to not feel guilty that they drive a gas car or whatever, like whatever the equivalent is for you where you live and your political feelings or whatever. It's like you take one thing and you say this is good, and then therefore I can cheat. This is what cheat days are based off of, is like I did something good, so now I'm allowed to get something back for it. And that I don't think I'm creating cheat days as much as I'm saying I'm getting abs, I'm getting biceps, I'm getting pecs. I look better. I don't look very good, but I look better. I'm allowed to have a cupcake. What's, maybe my body needs it. Maybe it's needed. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's allowing myself to have the decision made before my logic kicks in, just based off emotions. And I don't think there's something very wrong with it, but I think it's something that will cause me to fall out of balance over time if I don't just keep an eye on it. Like I don't think I should be eating 3,000 calories and not caring, but I understand that I shouldn't be starving myself at this point. Like, I've already lost the 15 or 20 pounds. I've already gotten down to where you can see abs if I'm flexing. And now it's like kind of this weird balance where it's like I want to, not starve myself anymore, but still have some sort of, weight gain associated with muscle. And I don't know the best way to do that yet. I'm going to learn. But for my body, I don't know. But I definitely think I'm allowed to have a cupcake now for some reason. And I can't really articulate that other than I'm not gaining a bunch of weight back. And so I'm kind of like, this is okay. And I know hockey's starting, so I'm going to be working out a lot more. And I know my workouts are going to get more intense. So maybe this is an okay thing, actually, now that I think about it more logically. Is like, maybe I'm allowed to be more in the 1,800 calorie range because I know my workouts are going to be between 200 and 500 calories every day as I get over this hump. getting over the 17 pull-up hump is going to take me, I think, another 2 or 3 weeks. That's like been a really hard barrier for me. The push-ups, I think I can add 1 or 2 every couple days from now on. The squats, I don't know. I really don't want to hurt my knees, and I don't really hurt my butt, but I can do squats all day. I get a little tired at the 50 mark, but I bet if I did 60 today, I bet I could do it, and I wouldn't be dead tomorrow. So that one's gonna be interesting. I bet I can probably go to maybe I should just add one every day for a little while. Go to 51, 52, 53. Every day, every other day for a while. It's just hard to keep track of what I'm at, but I think that's fine. And then on Monday tomorrow, I'm gonna text Trevor and I'm gonna tell him you and me we're starting our Twitter post today. And I don't really know how that's gonna go, but here we are, right? I did work on pad stats last night. I had this stupid idea for $10 I bought Padsta, Padsta. I don't know if I just love spending $10 on domain names for some reason. I don't know why. It's like a dream, like a hope, And so if we ever end up as some sort of marketplace or something, and we do like pad stats, but we want to modify a little bit. I think Padsta is a decent option for $10. Who knows? And if we ever want to, I could just redirect it to pad stats right now in case someone types it in wrong or whatever. But I don't know. But anyways, I watched a Michael Sable video 3 times yesterday. It's a 1-hour video, and I found just in moments throughout the day, a couple minutes here and there, I found between 7 a.m. and midnight, 3 hours to watch it, which is funny, right? And he goes through an entire way of pitching investors. And the first time I listened to it, I was like, this is amazing. Second time I listened to it, I was like, all right, how do we do this? Let's do this. This makes a lot of sense. Let's do this. Third time I listened to it, I literally did it with PowerPoint next to me, GPT, PowerPoint, and Sable all at the same time. And I literally wrote down everything he said. And word for word, I threw it into GPT and said, this is what he wants. This is what our company does. Give us some options of how to articulate this correctly for our investors. And I put it all into a PowerPoint and I sent it to Sean this morning. I did most of it last night, but I sent him it this morning. And he liked it so far. I don't know if he loved it or it was okay, but I do think it gives us another tool in the tool belt of we're going to do this above average, hopefully, for no reason other than I spent 3 hours on it on purpose, a really good 3 hours on it, And I think there's a lot of stuff like that in startups where it's I could spend 20 hours on something and think myself into a corner because they don't actually use real experience or anyone who has experiences information, their knowledge. I'm just making it my own knowledge. I could easily make this cool PowerPoint that's got all these transitions and animations or whatever, but it's not valuable to the person it's supposed to be valuable to, which is the investor. I need to meet them where they want to be met, and I never thought of it that way, or it makes sense to think of it that way. I don't know what I've thought about, but I'll say this. The videos that are coming out of YC, I have yet to, I guess, use them in a real way. I keep stockpiling all of what they tell me to do and try to do them as well as I can, but I am trusting the YC, our Lord and Savior YC, that they are going to tell me what to do. And I highly encourage, once again, this goes back to Atomic Habits. I highly encourage everyone, if you are getting knowledge from somewhere, YouTube, a book, a blog post, anything, I dare you to actually, in real life, do what the stupid thing actually says, verbatim. Do not think you know more than that thing. because you don't. Okay? This is for me. This is for Brian. I have spent so many, I want to swear a lot right now. I've spent so many years of my life wasting my time because I only wanted to put in a percentage, 50, 70, 80, 90% of the effort that thing is demanding of me. The book, the blog, the YouTube. And I never actually learn anything or gain anything or get the actual outcome of the thing I'm trying to do, because I always think I know better than the person giving the talk. And I can't believe how stupid and arrogant that is. And I don't consider myself an arrogant person, but I think it's our humanness. It's like I don't I think it's so hard to trust somebody you don't know the face of or you never met, and you don't know their actual story, and you don't know what all of the stuff, like you don't know much about them. And even your best friends, when your best friends recommend something, you still, is it for me? Is it for me? And I feel like I would be 10 years ahead of myself if I just half the time put as much effort and time into anything that I wanted to do as what the actual expert was telling me to do. So I know that's another rant, but I just can't stop thinking about that too. Is like I feel like I get it. I feel like I understand. So I'm gonna bother Trevor until he tells me to leave him alone. But I'm gonna try to get him and me to both post on Twitter every day about our companies for the next 1,000 days, and see where that takes us. Because I have yet to meet somebody say that is a bad idea, and I've yet to meet somebody say you didn't quit when you should have when it comes to social media. Like it's just scary and frustrating, but there's no reason that it's a bad idea, as long as you're not like hurting yourself long term, as long as you're like being vulnerable and honest and helpful to people. I don't see how you will ever be in the wrong there. So I didn't think I had a lot to say today, but I guess I did. So yeah, so we'll see what Sean says, but I guess to put a period on it, like I really, really, really want to follow Sable's advice to the letter. And that's why I said I'm not even going to think I know enough to do this myself. I'm going to throw it into GPT just to see what it says so I don't know more. And I really encourage Sean to do the same, and we'll see. And I really, really hope that he pitches this the same way as what Sable wants or thinks is the best, because what do we know? At the end of the day, what do we know? And what does he know? He knows everything. So I'm going to keep encouraging Sean to do that. We'll see. But he's the one pitching it, not me. So I guess I have a little bit of a bias that I can say and do whatever, but I'm actually going to be the one doing it. So, all right, I'm going to go work out. I'm getting nervous for tomorrow, posting on Twitter because I don't want to do it. But I'm going to show you every day that I'm going to do it. And I'm going to have a red square if I don't do it. And there's no other way around this, No other way. So I think I'm getting a little excited that me and Dave might have some more episodes. Me and Trevor might have some episodes like that. I don't know. This might be helpful to more than me. But, I mean, it still doesn't matter. It's about me. But, I don't know. This has been a weird saga. This is day 90 or episode 95. I like, on one hand, I can't believe I got this far. And also, like, I'm getting that like weird like goosebumps, like that this is like the beginning of it still. That like, oh God, I keep going back to this stupid thing. But like that I'm still like here. I'm here with Pad Stats. I'm here with the podcast. I'm here with everything, you know? And that's fine. You know, I'm if anything, I'm excited that I'm here, and it's gonna be fun to get to hear, you know. And this will be awful, and that's fine. But I don't know. I'm excited that there is something coming that is better. I mean, I'm either here or I'm here, and either way, something's better in the future. And so, all you pessimists and depressed people, try to adopt that knowledge, I guess, or that perspective, because what's the point of having a worse one? You know, what is the actual point? Is it to make you quit? Quit, fine. You know, what's the point? Do whatever you want. Quit if you want to quit, but that's not the point of this. The point of this is to not quit. It's to get you to not quit, get me to not quit, get us all to not quit. So, okay, I'll wrap this up and go work out. Um, and I'll see you tomorrow for hating myself having to post on Twitter about my company. So have a good day. See ya.